Okay, so the current course, there is none. Alright, we'll select this saw blades thing, I guess. I was gonna go to the core spot. Actually, I might still do that if the other guy left while I was battling. Did he do that? I want to call him Numbers Dude, but that seems like... Would he answer if I just say, hey, Numbers Dude, what's up? Are you here? I don't know. It seems kind of awkward. Why would someone use a Twitch name like that? Okay, well, he seems to be here. Or at least he's lurking. Anyway, okay. I'll try the level. Okay, yeah, you are here. Great. I'm QH, WG6, HPF. King Spiny's lair of saw blades. Dodge the saw blades and defeat King Spiny. Don't get impaled or sliced. Is this a remake of your previous level? Because I feel like I've seen this level before. Maybe that's because I saw somebody else playing it instead of me. You only got 4 levels, huh? I don't know, it kind of looks like you make control levels, if I'm not too much mistaken. Let's see, this has a high difficulty, but it's not that bad. This is actually 40%. Wow, really? This is 0.91. Okay, the troll level really have a 40% clear rate? Maybe not. Oh well, maybe it's something you dabble in, or maybe not. Maybe you're just really skilled and you just make really hard levels. Let's take a look. It's a remake, but you haven't sent it to the original to me, or this one? Obviously you didn't send this one, or it would have a white flag, right? Do I have to, like... I probably have to get some momentum, don't I? And go over to the other dudes. Oh, I have to make sure I time this right. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops, I didn't jump high enough. Am I doing this right? Oh, okay, no, yeah, that's correct. I don't know, I jumped too early, I think, or something. Oh, okay, I was too far away from the saw when I made that jump. Oh my, I guess I have to get really close to that saw. You've been making it easier, is that what you're saying? Okay, well, I shouldn't have done it that way. I think I have to get some running speed or I can't jump higher. I feel like I genuinely jumped really low there. Am I wrong in thinking that? What the? I don't like the where this starts. I'm assuming if you moved that block, it would be easier, but whatever. I'm not sure exactly where you would move it to. Doesn't matter that much, I suppose. Okay, so... I'm assuming all the red coins are mandatory. Ugh. Anyway, that one didn't seem very hard to get. Oh, I was able to do it without the big run. Okay, maybe this isn't as hard as I thought it was. Maybe I just suck. So am I supposed to multi-jump? I'm assuming I'm supposed to multi-jump. Well, I'm just glad that this is SMW, because if it wasn't, I think I would be having a lot more trouble. I'm probably oh, crap. Oh, that's a checkpoint right there. I might actually be able to do this level. How many people... There's only 3 unique players. Okay, I might be first clear then. Alright, nobody compete with me, Kappa. No, you guys can compete with me if you want. We're gonna make this fun. I mean, if it's easier for you to share your opinion if you play the level, then by all means play the level. Oh no, I died! Although, if you do first clear it, let me know. Oh, man. Yeah, it would have a low clear rate because there's lots of danger space and danger blocks. Oh, no, I think I have to multi-jump that from the red coin. I'm not sure, but I think it's so much easier, at least, if I do it that way. Oh. I think I might have bopped my head on that L terrain. So I'm guessing the red coins are like a hint to do the level differently. I mean, properly or whatever. Like get more momentum to go over the munchers, for example. Oh my goodness. I feel like this level is like, for somebody that sucks like me, it's gonna be pretty time consuming. I hope you guys don't mind watching me struggle through courses like this, whether you think they'd be easy or hard. Seems like I'm definitely gonna struggle one way or the other. I'm not sure, like, okay, hold up, let me think about this for a moment. So, this does get to us to see that there's a red coin here, but I don't see how coming up through here helps us complete the course other than seeing that and the spiny. So, okay, there's more safe ground over there, so I'm assuming I can just jump on it. Right? And then do that. Oh, am I supposed to multi-jump here onto the shell? No, I guess just doing that's fine. Okay. Oh. I might have to multi-jump from there, though. I'm not sure. I think this section is kind of easy compared to what I was already in. Oh my goodness, there's actually 5 blocks down there. So that's really helpful. I'm surprised, you know, like, for it being right after the checkpoint, it's kind of easy. Usually people put checkpoints right where there's something really hard, but I don't know. Okay, I didn't have to multi-jump. I didn't think so, I just wasn't really sure. What are all these tracks for? I'm confused. Are these just one big indicator? That wouldn't hurt me, would it? I don't think so. Yeah, this level seems kinda easy compared to what I usually get that's hyper dangerous. This is pretty dangerous, but, like, there's not even an empty space here for us to fall into lava. So I'm glad that I finally get something that's challenging but fair. Seems pretty rare that somebody wants to give me something challenging but's fair. I'm gonna wait for this claw to go down because I'm not sure how high it goes. Why did I call it a claw? It's a saw. Anyways. Alright, so I guess a similar principle here. Yeah, and you give us 2 spaces to work with. That's so darn fair. So I'm not sure why you have the key symbol there. Is it to remind us that we need to be collecting key coins? seems odd. Am I supposed to be scared? Okay, well I know how those things act. They bounce around off of the walls. Oh! Oh, jeez. Um, hmm. This checkpoint too, right? Yeah. So I still have my 4 red keys. I mean coins. So is the point of this section just to keep falling down and hitting these on-off switches? A little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing. Is the cannon shooting out these flaming things? These winged flaming things? Or is that something else? Oh crap, shrunk. Yikes. Oh no. Well, at least you are consistent. You keep putting the mushrooms on the right on these tracks, so it's easier to not die that way. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to use this to shoot the Spiny and get the key and go through a door. I'm not sure why there are 2 doors, but hopefully I didn't make a bad decision. I'm assuming these are 1-ups. Might as well check them all. Okay, yeah. Alright. And that's the end of the level. Oh, but there's a bonus section. There's like a key fragment right there. That was a really interesting level. Yeah, that was pretty good training level, I guess, for teaching player about multi-jumps. Um, eh, I feel like after I got past the munchers, the rest of the level was kind of super easy for the most part. So it wasn't that interesting after the muncher section, but it was still a pretty cool level. The boss fight was interesting with the Spiny. I'm always a sucker for an interesting boss fight. Um, it might have been a little too easy for my taste, but it's whatever. It was fine. The first part was pretty challenging, so that was enough for me to like it, especially since the boss fight was a little bit interesting. So it was cool. Oops. Um, yeah, thanks for submitting. I wonder what I did to your clear rate there. So went from 0 to 1.44? That's a super expert? Nah, that can't be. You must be sending this to too many newbies. I'm sure I did that in less than 10 runs. Well, we got it on stream, so somebody could count it later. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that, I guess. It's not like a favorite level of mine, but I think people can learn from something like this. I think the first checkpoint was fine where it was, I guess. I think usually, like, say, if you rearrange some of the stuff of the muncher before the the hard section, which was at the beginning, if you did that, I don't think that would be a good idea because people already have a reason to go back to your level because they're going to be curious what's behind the locked door. So they're going to have to do the difficult part of the beginning anyways. So I don't think there's a problem with your checkpoints. I think your checkpoints were spot on. But usually you would want a checkpoint before something hard. But you did have a checkpoint before the boss fight, so I think your level was great. I think newbies will love it because especially I think it's more endless challenge friendly than a typical level because the um, the difficult parts at the beginning. If you're gonna have a level like kind of training the player or like about just testing how good they are, it's important for endless challenge held for that hard stuff to be at the beginning, in my opinion, because then players know whether they want to commit to the level or not. If if your level is something hard at the beginning and then it only gets harder, then people in endless challenge should be like, oh my goodness, I wasted so many lives on this level and now I can't even complete it and I'm just gonna game over. People hate that. They don't want to have that happen. So I like that about your level, but I think the only criticism I can give it for endless challenge is like the one-ups just kind of feel like a freebie at the end, just like an afterthought. Um, Instead, like if you have like a one-up like over by where that one key, that one red coin is that lets us scout ahead and see a spiny and another red coin. If there's like a hidden one-up block over there somewhere, that would be a nice example, as well as maybe some other safe area, maybe while we're spin jumping, potentially even at the beginning of the level. That might be too soon though to put one there because that might be too much of a tease for the player. But yeah, like just like yeah, maybe give the player only like one or two once they completed the level, and then like as a freebie, and then make one or two hidden somewhere else. I think would be a better solution than what you went for as far as how to handle endless challenge friendliness. I just think it was a little bit lazy. But other than that, everything you did in the level was great, I think. So good job on that. Yeah. Um, But it's okay. I mean, people end up like speedrunning stuff. Like I have these levels, my auto scroll coin collecting. People always speedrun them, so they drag the clear rate down. But I don't mind because it's healthier for endless challenge if they do that anyways. So if I have like 3 auto scroll levels and super expert, that just makes super expert healthier because my levels are actually more fair than the clear rate would suggest. So I'm just a little bit I'm a little bit bummed out that your clear rate is so low though, because it's like it's very deep in super expert. Like it's lower than my levels, actually, surprisingly. Um, 1.44 is what we've got after the first clear. Um, this one I think is my currently the lowest one, and it's 1.47, so it's very close to as low as yours. But I've also submitted it to a lot of streamers. Like a lot of the people that cleared it were streamers, right? I don't know if anybody I submitted it to that completed it wasn't one. Can I sort by that way? So let's see. Is there anybody I don't recognize on here? Um, I don't really recognize Psycho Soup, but the name kind of looks familiar, so maybe that's somebody that I didn't submit it to on their stream. But other than that, everybody else, I recognize their name. Whether or not I followed them, I know I submitted the level to them. So yeah, it looks like 7 out of 8 people were people that I figured could beat the level. And there were other people too that I still want to, I feel like could beat it, but just haven't yet. Because they just, I don't know, it's, they just haven't given it enough tries yet, I guess. Let's see, where's an example? Oh, they didn't like it yet, so never mind. Well, actually, Corey Gee is one of them. He actually made me VIP in his channel. Life Potion's another. Um, they're pretty good streamers. But yeah, it's nice when they recognize the level's pretty fun. But sometimes I worry that sometimes people give fake likes if you submit stuff to streamers. But I want to make sure I'm not about that. Anyway, alright. So I don't think I marked that as a success yet. Let me go ahead and do that. Whoops, that's too many S's. Let's make sure there's nothing else on the list so I can go